What's going on, everybody? How you feel? Joy or yoy. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Impromptu Tuesday, baby. What's going on? What's happening? What's the haps? What's the haps? Come on in. I'm sorry, I haven't done an Impromptu Tuesday in a minute. I've been getting together in phase 2 of our space and collaborative space in Burbank, California. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Keep you posted on all the goodness. I still got my workout gear on. That tells you I've been working. I go to work. How's everybody? Happy. Is this too loud? I'm listening to a little bit of the Rippingtons. I do not own the rights to this music. The Rippingtons do. Who knows who the Rippingtons are? Let me see who's coming in. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's good? What's good with you? What's good with you? What's everybody up to? What's everybody up to? What's going on? What's going on? What's good? What's good, ladies and gents? How's everybody? How y'all feel? Y'all good? Welcome everybody to Impromptu Tuesdays, Troy Rawlings Live. Get a chance to pop in here and holler at y'all for a bit. I'm checking my lighting. I don't have all my lights in yet, so I'm playing with different lighting, you know. But how's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday evening. It's about 8:34 p.m. on the East Coast, 5:34 p.m. on the West Coast. I don't know what time it is in Bali. 9 hours ahead, 10 hours ahead, so 5 a.m. Okay, so 5, it's like early in the morning. Nicole with the K, what's good, young lady? Annika, how are you? How are y'all? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Y'all, did y'all remember seeing the article when I was in Sheen magazine talking about 20 years of taboo? And I had the suit. Somebody came in today and he was like, oh, that's kind of creative, cigar brother. He was like, yeah, that's the suit top and the shorts. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I was like, it was just being taboo. Hola, chica. ¿Cómo está? ¿Qué pasa? That's all I got. I just wanted to come in here and holler at y'all because I hadn't done an Impromptu Tuesday in a while. And I've been busy, but I'm trying not to be so busy that I don't stop, take a beat, talk to the folks that's been supporting. Oh, I do want to say, for those that are tuning in later, thank y'all so much. I'm good, Annika. Is the music too loud? Let me know if the music too loud, because I do background. I got my background music. It's supposed to be background. I'm jamming. I'm good. I am well. First off, thank y'all, everybody who's been checking out, tuning in, reposting, commenting on my Stitch, my comedy videos, stuff like that. All right, thanks, Annika. I appreciate y'all. What is what? What is what? What it is? What is it? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Eso? What's eso in Spanish? Now I gotta look it up and write this down. Hey, what it do, eat? So thank y'all for tuning in, checking out my lives, commenting on my funny stuff. Whether you like it or not, you're giving me love. Hey. What's up? What's up, Noonie? What it do? I appreciate y'all. And you are getting me a chance to pay attention to the things that people find funny, amusing, most amusing. I'm paying attention to everything. I'm paying attention to what we watch, what moves the needle for each person. I'm paying attention to my energy on certain topics and my energy on other topics, whether I'm doing something just to be cliche or to get some clickbait, or I'm doing something that's near and dear to my heart. Near and dear to my heart. Speaking of that, I think it was 10 years ago that Prince passed. Today, I think April 21st. Not that I like to date these, but April 21st, 2026 is the day's date, 2016. Wow, it's crazy, right? It's 2016 when Prince passed, I guess, right? So, love the Prince. I'll post it. It's in my story. DJ D Nice did a real, hey, how you feel? Did a great mix today, midday mix for Prince. Morning mix. It was the morning here. It was midday on the East Coast. Who's going to see the Michael movie? Who is going to see the Michael movie? I'm excited. I kind of want to see it on, I think it opens on Friday. I kind of want to go see it on Friday. I think I'm going to try to catch a matinee and go check it out for myself before anybody tell me shit. They had a huge premiere in Hollywood last night. I am never the cool kid. I don't get those invites. I don't get the passes. I guess because I don't have a publicist. I don't get the passes. I guess I could have got a media pass. I could have got a couple media passes. I'm just not. My next comedy special, for those that don't know, and this one will be, each one is special to me. I don't care if they say it's special or not. They special to me. I might be. It comes out the day before my birthday. Happy birthday. So Pivot Lover. All right, you gotta give me your real name if I know you. Cause some of y'all names, man. Woo. I love the folks that have their real names on their IG. I remember the MySpace days. I think I use my real name, period, because I am who I am. Pivot Lover 24. Well, happy early birthday. Oh my goodness. Am I yawning? No, happy early birthday. Just call me Sue. How you doing, Sue? So yes. Michael Jackson movie premiere everybody looked amazing. If you were at the premiere, I saw your pictures. You look amazing. Y'all were looking amazing on the premiere. Why am I chilling? Y'all were looking amazing at the premiere. I gotta get my premiere gear together. I wasn't really shaved and ready, but I throw in the gray with the gray. It kills him every time. But I'm glad because I hadn't heard anybody who's seen it. There's been a couple people that have seen premieres so far around the nation. And I hadn't heard anybody say anything about the movie. I've heard nothing but accolades for his nephew who played Jafar, Jermaine's son. Jermaine Jackson was in, I'm not gonna. Jermaine Jackson was there. Yeah. I'm excited to see Antoine Fuqua's take of Michael. He is a great director. How's everybody? Is everybody getting this? Let me see how the reception is here. Everybody good? I want to talk about that now. Yes. So I got some reports. I noticed that some people, I caught KevOnStage, comedian Kevin Fredericks, comedian, producer, author, on the Cam Newton show. And I guess some people had an issue with him talking about his take on how he felt about, hey, Miss Honey, how are you? Cam's, his take on how he felt about loving everybody, be it gay, straight, lesbian, trans, tri, bi, multiplex, whatever. And hello. And not saying just what you're saying, but it's kind of wild, because I think about life, and everybody in life has endured some kind of discrimination. Even the folks, even if we were talking about the white slave owners back in the day, because if you go back far enough, their folks came to this country running or trying to get from somewhere else, So society as a whole, the hierarchy of slavery, we know it was big business. I remember thinking that slavery was just a heinous, hateful, despicable, demonic act, which it was. But I remember being in a barbershop that I was managing in Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore County. And I was cutting a sister's hair, older sister who had this beautiful fro. I don't even think she dyed her hair. She was older, you could tell, but she had like a little bit of salt and pepper, but it was mostly black and around the fro with the shears, and I'm doing my thing, and I'm in the shop early, and it's just me and her, and it's a 6-chair barbershop. I'm there. I'm the manager at the time, and I remember I was doing well. I was starting to make a good. And it was right around 2000 because I remember Bush had just snatched that Al Gore election. And I remember being in there and looking around and feeling like I'm going to the bank twice a day and doing this and trying to I feel this little angst. I said, man, it seems like no matter how much money you're making in certain places, it seems like feel like we're a little bit behind. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. It's just, and I was, mind you, this was 26 years ago. And I was like, man, it just seemed like doing all this and feel like a little bit behind. It's like some people seem like they're more comfortable living a little longer. I know now that even if they're financially well off, everybody has something going on. And she just kind of looked up at me and she was like, and I went back and I was talking about, like kind of the whole, I was like, it just seems like they always, and she just laughed. She said, free labor, baby. Huh? She said, what would you do if all of these chairs in this barbershop were full? Each chair had somebody working there, and they gave all their money to you. What would you be able to do? I was like, oh, like free money to me? She was like, yeah. I was like, do other businesses, opens things up, man. And every day they work for you like this. Hey, Shawnee Branch. Is that Shawnee with a new last name? I know Shawnee Branch. Welcome, Shawnee Branch. What would you do? I was like, man, I could do da. She said, that's what slavery was. Slavery was a business. I was 26 years ago, so I was 25. 25. And I just found out, and I just realized this woman was telling me something that I had never thought about slavery as a business until she mentioned it and put it in a place where I could see it, the business of it. And to grow and see and all this stuff. What does this have to do with the conversation that Kev had with Cam Newton about him feeling like, he'd rather go by love than telling everybody about whatever sin they got going on? Because it is very funny that we're very critical of the sin we don't do. Yet, what we hate the most, we're expert in. I heard a preacher say that years ago. What you hate the most, you're expert in. Not necessarily meaning you do the thing, but what we hate, we tend to put the same energy as we do when we love something into it. They're two sides of the same coin. And to look at somebody, I was just talking to a friend of mine. Just talking to him. He might even come on this live. And we have in-depth conversations, but Caucasian brother. I'm sorry. I realize Caucasian people don't like to be called Caucasian. Somebody told me that. It's like, why are you calling me Caucasian? I was like, isn't that like the term something? He was like, no. I'm like, Caucasian. I was like, so what do you like to be called? He said, white. I was like, oh, I'm trying to be politically correct. So he was like, man, I was somewhere and I was at the gym. I was at the gym with this membership, and I'm in a hot tub and stuff. We're in there, and these gay guys are gawking at me. They're just gawking, and they're being all flirtatious and gawking. I was like, oh, they were harassing you? No, I wouldn't say they was harassing me. I was like, no, if a woman told me some guys were, why not, right? That's what they told me. I don't know if everybody feels that way. But if a woman told me some guys were gawking on, she was in a hot tub and some guys got in there and they started gawking at her and making passes at her and flirting with her and stuff, and she felt uncomfortable, I'd ask her, what'd you do? Did you get out the hot tub? Did you tell somebody? Did you just leave? And he was like, no, but they should just. I was like, no, if a gay guy is coming on to you, well, he's a gay guy and he's attracted to men. So he's going to come on to you probably the same way you would come on to a woman. You're not gay. If you're not interested, you just say, thanks, but no thanks. You could always leave. You could, not that you have to leave a certain area. But he made it sound like it was a big deal. And the more I said, what did you do? Did you report it? Did you leave? Did you say something to him? Hey, I'm not interested. He said, no, most guys don't what? Or are you just trying to get me to tag in on something with you about a conversation because you feel like I'm like, yeah, why would those gay guys do that? As far as I know, my favorite all-time vocalist is Luther Vandross, gay. Best friends and mentors, gay. My mom would have been considered maybe bisexual, from what I know about mom's history, from things she's told me, and and I could go down a list. Of your favorite singer, of your favorite chef, of your favorite whoever. And we're just talking about the people we know. So when it comes to someone's sexuality, we still putting it up there like it's this appalling thing that, oh my God, but the Bible says that it's what? What? It's what? For those that now, mind you, I'm specifically talking to Christian people that follow the Bible and tend to talk about sin. They want to be Christ-like. And remember, Christ said, the biggest thing he said is that love is the answer. The biggest thing he said is, there's two greatest commandments. Love the Lord your God with all their heart, put nobody else above him. And the second is like unto it, love your neighbor as yourself. Who's your neighbor? Everybody. And I noticed something else about Christ. When he went around doing certain things, he didn't put the people who were so-called sinners on blast. He ate with them. He talked to them. He chilled with them. The woman at the well, they had a personal conversation. And before she left, he said, hey, another thing, don't tell nobody. Matter of fact, most of the time he talked to people and healed them and stuff like that. He told them the same thing. Don't tell anybody what I did. It's between me and you. Okay. Hey! Everybody! But when he was amongst the people inside the church setting, he ragged on them, boy. He blasted them out. I say all that to say that we have enough going against us. And it seems like we tend to press down, beat down on those we think are a bit lower than us when we're going through something. Or when we get around a certain sect of people. My friend is my friend. He's a friend of mine. But in this little conversation, now he didn't know I was going to come on here and talk about this live. But in a little conversation, it sounded like he was trying to say something. Yeah, these gay guys were looking at me. So what'd you do? Huh? What'd you say to him? Did you say, hey, man, I'm flattered, but I'm straight. I don't get down like that. That's right. He didn't find himself chilling with the folks that thought they knew everything. Now I could get really deep. And maybe Jesus didn't hang with the people who said they were the teachers of the word because he knew they were already off because he was the word. That's a whole nother. Don't get me in. This book right here tells you everything. See, I'm holding up a book and it's blank. Y'all thinking it's the Bible. Y'all don't even pay attention to what's going on is what I'm saying. But everybody has a right to like who they want to like, be around who they want to like, dislike who they want to like. That's a part of this free will thing. But when Kev said he chose love, it seems like people got upset for him loving someone who they didn't agree with how they were living. Got upset about someone else saying he loved on them. Tried to quote weird scriptures and this, that, and other. And it's funny because with quiet fire, because it says without love, our words are sounding brass, tinkling cymbals. It's a bad band. It's a band that can't play the instruments right. It's the kiddie band that you go supporting your kids when they be like, twinkle. All right, we're going to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Slam, Bam, 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 Bam. You're like, oh, that's wonderful. It sounds bad. If you do anything without love, it sounds bad. So for all of you out there that have a problem with someone gay, I'm not gay. But I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of the gay and lesbian and different folks that joined in together, mentored, guided me, raised me, had me, whatever, so just let you know how I roll on it. So I totally agree with Kev. I choose love all day long, all day long, all day long. And if somebody comes and says I'm not a person that loves other people, and loves everybody. I love everybody. And thank God for the people. Love is love. Thank God for the people who chose to love on me that weren't like me. Archbishop Carl Bean, rest in peace. Openly gay bishop here in California. Ex-girlfriend of mine's uncle, friend. And throughout my life when I was younger, and throughout my life, even now, later on in life, hey, Dr. Zoe, later on in life, he became one of the biggest mentors to me as a man. And, but when I first met him, he was the biggest oxymoron in the world. Openly gay bishop, what? And he poured so much knowledge into me, man, and gave me love even when I moved to California. One of the people that said, you should keep going. You're so much bigger than that. Keep going. And it's people like that who continuously, people I don't know. People don't look like me. I can't really have any hate for anybody because there's been so many people that's poured into my life. I've loved so many people. And yeah. So for those of you who are limited and your heart is limited, and like Jesus said, let he without sin cast the first stone. If you still ragging on your son or daughter because they doing something versus loving them. Great minds think alike, right? If you ragging on your son or daughter instead of loving on them. Now, not saying you're not supposed to be their parent. If your son and daughter, you should be their parent before you're their friend. They need a parent. Our children need parents, and they need parents who love God and love people, and they need a parent who is compassionate, and that part. So to all those that think there was a problem with Kev saying that he chooses love versus ragging on somebody for what they do, I totally agree with him. And I'm not able to, I choose love. I choose to be Christ-like in that sense. I choose love. Now I know a little bit about the word. So, yeah. Anybody wants to sit down and talk back and forth about why I shouldn't love anyone, Why I shouldn't pray for those that despitefully use me and my enemies. I didn't know how I was end up going this way, but we going this way tonight. Anyone that wants to kind of go back and forth about that, anyone who's able to judge, man, if you're able to judge people, congratulations. Is that slow clap up to fast clap? Congratulations if you're able to judge people, because that puts you on a whole nother level. That puts you on some old vainglorious. This is protected. But yeah. So shout out and continue shout out. I don't know KevOnStage. I haven't met Kevin Fredericks yet. I'm sure we will cross paths. I know a lot of the people that he works with. I know and good friends with Tony Baker, and seen Tony come up over the years and the amazing stuff he's doing. So I look forward to meeting the brothers, sitting down, talking to them, performing with them, all that stuff in the near future. So a lot of great things are coming. You see it back here, but shout out to my Sheen magazine family. I put some Sheen magazine stuff up there, articles, some of the articles. You can go back and catch articles, sheenmagazine.com, check out some of the articles and stuff they've done. And I've written for them. Yeah. These red hat folks, Dr. Zoe did a post on that today. Make sure you follow Dr. Zoe Shaw. Those red hat folks are they a little gangster. I just saw some other one getting pulled up on charges about child. Let me tell you, it is amazing how we judge the sins that we don't do, or the things, the bad stuff, or the missing the mark, because that's what sin means, missing the mark. Sometimes I don't like the old school words, because the old school words have a different definition that carries a lot of hate and stuff with it as you go forth. He's like, you just a sinner. And it sounds like you call him an N-word or mother effer. And he's like, why you call me a sinner? That sounds kind of venomous. Whereas the word sin just means missing the mark. It's an archery term. But, I digress. I don't even know why I went down that path, but love everyone, because it's those you choose not to love. They may help you out at the end. You know what's so funny? A great episode. You ever see that Jefferson's episode where George Jefferson, Mr. Furley, not Mr. Furley, I'm mixing shows up. Mr. Furley was the landlord, the second landlord on Three's Company. With Bentley, Mr. Bentley, right? Wasn't Bentley his neighbor? And was Helen Willis, right? Tom Willis was Lenny Kravitz's mother. That was Helen Willis. Tom Willis, right? The Jefferson. I gotta get my sitcoms back on. Anyway, George Jefferson goes to they're supposed to have a community meeting. So Tom and Mr. Bentley invite George to the community meeting. He bops in. Hey, what's happening, everybody? And everybody in there white. They looking, the folks having a meeting. He's like, hey, and they introduced him. This is George. And he was like, what? He was like, hey, what's going on? I agree with y'all. Same measure that you judge shall be judged to you. So judge harshly if you want to be, but be prepared. I need lots of grace, so I give a lot of grace. Hey, we all do. And that's true. It's kind of like live by the sword, die by the sword. If you judging, and I think about that, the type of, because judgment brews and stews a good old cup of hate. Because you can't properly judge somebody. Like, if you have the authority to judge, a judge in a courtroom is given the authority to judge by the state, the law, and all this stuff. So he's given authority to rightly judge the situation. When they judge the situation in the court of law, and some of my lawyers can come on here and break it down better than I can, but when a judge comes into a court of law and he judges a situation, he takes both of the sides, he considers them, brings them in, and he has to go to the statutes of law in that state, that country, that land. And then they go by those statutes. That's why, even though the president seems like he's running roughshod, he can't get away with everything. But sometimes a judge comes up and say, hold up, you're doing too much. The law says this. You've done this, and you really slashing against that. I got to go against what you did. You can't, so the laws are there to kind of give way. What happened is that as we do over time, men created these laws. God established certain laws with Moses. Then men embellished on them, kept going. And the laws was to the point at one point in time where if you got 613 laws or 1,000 laws you have to fulfill, you're going to mess up. And then they're establishing laws that were keeping people further away from God. And God wanted to be closer to us. In comes God dumbing himself down, Jesus. Somebody like, what do you mean God dumbing himself down? Jesus was the human form of God. Let me show you how this love thing is going to work. I'm going to come in the flesh and my son and blah, blah, blah. You all know the story. If y'all don't, read it in any book that you find in a hotel room in the drawer. I think some hotels took the Bibles out the drawers. That was gangster. So with that being said, the laws were so pressing when it came to the laws of man and between God and man and separating God from man, that Jesus came to fulfill the law, not do away with them, fulfill it. I forgive you. You're forgiven. I take it all on me. All that stuff you did, you can get back in touch with God now. So that was the most politically correct breakdown I have of salvation. But yeah, that's a weird place to be, to think that in 2026 we because I don't know if a lot of these people that were, I don't know if they were white, black, I don't know the people that were reaching out to Kev and stuff like that. I guarantee you it was some church folk. But church folk have always been kind of on the outs with Jesus. But I digress. All right. That's my, I don't know why I went into all that tonight, but we went in. We went in on it. What is this for? Oh, the gold screen behind me. I should use that gold for something. Anyway. Yeah, so love out to Kev on stage and all he's doing and his tour and going around talking about it. He's been on every media platform now. I don't know if he's coming out with another book, shows. His shows are on. Check out the Ball Brothers on Timu? Is Timu the Tubi? And everywhere else you can find them. What's coming up? Today is Tuesday. All right. So I'm looking to start an event here. We have the space where we have the golf simulator. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, in the Valley or in Los Angeles area, and you like to play golf and sometimes you can't get to the course, I'll be doing some events here in the evenings with the simulator because I need to practice my golf and get ready. This week, Thursday, come by a. Shout out to my girl, Del Harrison. She's probably about to go live in about an hour. My girl, Del Harrison, if you're single over 40, you want to come to a fly event, Kambaye is it, the app, all the information. I'll put a link to kambaye.app in this. It's Thursday evening from, I want to say it's from 5 to 9. So if you're coming from work, go straight there. Don't go home. Because you go home, you're not coming. But it's just a fly event. It is fly. If you're single and over 40, it's fly. Friday, I'll be at the Karaoke and Comedy. My girl Twyla and the crew. Usually hosted by Kevin Tate. I'm not sure if Kevin will be in town. This Friday might be a special guest host. Just giving y'all a heads up. You love some comedy and karaoke together. It's just karaoke is usually comedy anyway, until that Whitney Houston chick gets up there like Shawnee and take my life and leave alone. Nothing. I used to host a karaoke When I in Baltimore, I remember hosting it, and they fired me as the host because it was just too much comedy in between. But when I tell you these folks had their own CDs, yeah, play track 4, and I'm looking at the CD, it got their face on and stuff. I was like, you know, these ain't really your songs. Play track 4, nigga. Like, oh. They get up there, and some of them were really professional singers, and some of them just thought they missed their calling. Whatever karaoke can get real. I like to go to karaoke to have fun and hear a good singer every now and then. But some of these karaoke's, like my man, Friday night is gonna be karaoke and comedy. We have fun. We have a lot of fun. So I'll see you if you're in LA. Come out Friday night, and obviously there's a competition as well. So we'll find out more about that. Saturday we're doing a potluck and fight night. I gotta find out if there's a private, but if you're available Saturday and you want to come to a nice private situation, just DM me. I'll give you information on that. But yes, that's all I got right now. I'll put some links down below to follow so y'all can check out some of the stuff that's coming up, some of the stuff that's going on. It's my Impromptu Tuesday. I can't see if any, sometimes if I have a Prompt Tuesday special guest, but as I said, the Troy Rawlings live show, we're building out my new space. So the Troy Rawlings live show daily, where I interview different people, business owners, celebrities, up and coming folks, up and coming artists. I'm excited about some of the up and coming artists and celebrities we'll be interviewing. But I'm really excited about the business owners. If you have a business, something you want to promote, something you've been trying to get out there, tune in. Tune in, but DM me so I can give you a package, help you with your business, and put you out there. All the business owners you see are people that have tied in to me. So unless it's something, and I've been doing some reviews. Like if I find a place that I'm really impressed with, I'll do a review on it. But most of these people are people that tied into my business portal and working with me, and we get to do some great stuff together. So that's all I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in. I think we rocked out for about a half an hour. All right, I'll talk to y'all in a bit. Love y'all. Peace. Love each other. Love God. Love yourself. If you love yourself and you love each other, people know you love God. But it starts with loving yourself. If you can't love yourself, you're gonna hate everybody. You're gonna hate everybody. All right. Talk to y'all later.